and welcome to the latest episode of the Celtic View podcast, brought to you in association with Eden Mill. As always, we'd like to thank Eden Mill for their ongoing support of both Celtic Football Club and the Celtic View podcast here. I'm Joe Donnelly, reporter at the Celtic View, and I'm joined today by one of the best headers of a football in the country, Hoops centre-back Christopher Jullien. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thank you to having me.
I know you spoke to Celtic TV's Jerry McCulloch not long after the lockdown started, but it's been a while since we spoke to you, so I just want to ask, how are you coping? How are you? How are your family doing in this uncertain time?
I'm good. Like you say, the time is a little bit difficult, but I'm good. I'm with my little one, with my girl, and we try to every day find some stuff to do. I just keep in shape, see what is going to do, what's going to happen next, and just keeping busy. I think it's the most important, and after just enjoying time.
And how's the training program been going? Because I know that it's very different for you guys in terms of routine. You're just keeping yourself going in the house.
Yeah, for sure. The luck that I have is that I have entirely gym in my house, so that's nice. I have some bike, I have some treadmill, I have some lift to do, and it's just a good program that they give it to us, and we try to achieve that, to follow it, and on the side, just keep in shape, so that's the most thing we can do, and see what is going to happen next.
I know some of the guys I've spoken to who have got kids, they've said that the kind of lives of football players or coaches or managers or whatever, you spend so much time away from family, and whilst the health and safety of everybody in the world at the moment is of paramount importance, one of the kind of nicer things about this situation is you get a bit more time to spend with family. Are you finding that yourself as well?
Yeah, exactly. When you wake up every morning, you go to training. Sometimes my kid, but he goes to nursery. So that's I didn't have so much time, some time to just pass the day with him and stuff like that. And when I do my sport, I try to visit a little bit the area when I'm running outside. So it's just some family time, some quality time that you just cheers to have. But of course, it's a little bit difficult sometimes because you always think about the situation, why we are in this situation. But it's just a difficult time. But I'm sure it's gonna be okay. You just take your patience, and everything's gonna be good.
And we had, I mentioned to you before we started recording, we had Lee Griffiths on the podcast and John Kennedy recently in separate podcasts. And John had been telling us about the challenges that the coaching staff have been setting you guys. Lee was talking recently about how it's brought out the competitive side in everyone. So there was the 5K challenge, there was the bike challenge.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you, that must be good for you guys because you are all naturally competitive given your athletes. Have you been enjoying that as well, that kind of camaraderie with the team, even though it's remote?
I think it's a good idea by the staff doing that. They doing the competition here of the 5K. There is a competition for the bike and stuff like that. But that's really nice, to keep that mentality because of course in this team, I really think that everyone has this mentality. So that's really good for us. But we just can't wait. We're just keeping busy. About that, for everything we do at home, but it's just the field misses us. I miss football. I miss playing on the field with my teammate, and I can't wait to be back. But it's just a good job that the staff did that because it kept us busy, like you say, and it's really important.
Have you won any of the challenges yourself yet?
Nah. They are too strong for me. No, they're too strong for me. The bike competition, Kennedy was really good, but I think if I remember, I don't remember exactly who win, but it's not Kennedy, but Kennedy did a really good score.
And John Kennedy was talking. John Kennedy was talking as if he was going to win. I think he loves the bike, doesn't he?
Yeah, he loves that for sure. The run, I think it's Bauer who win, something like that.
Yeah, well, if they do something to do with jumping high and head on the ball, maybe you can win that, Chris.
Oh yeah, maybe. But sadly we're not on the field, so that's a shame. But it's okay, I think, like I say, it's really important to keep that mentality, of just winning everything, and we will see back on the field. But for sure, if I don't win anything, when we will go back on the field, I will have my revenge for sure.
I noticed on your Instagram you shared something about an NHS charity challenge, and I just wanted to speak about the initiatives which are going round. There seem to be loads of stuff like that on social media, people challenging their friends to go and run 5k and then to donate, even if it's just £5 to charities, that are helping the NHS. I mean, you must have been impressed by the sense of community that's kind of surfaced in these really horrible times, that people are seeing the good as well.
Yeah, definitely. When you see on all social media of all the world, I think the situation is really difficult because of this disease and everything. But I can see the mentality of all the world was become just crazy. I mean, not crazy, but like remarkable. To share all the same idea, to share just a little thing like this, or just to be. How I can say that, like, just to be so close to each other, to start to think of something you can do to help each other. And I think this is a really sad moment, but at the end of the day, when you watch all the things that we do together, it's really nice, because you can see that the world is just stick together. And I don't know what is going to happen next. Just all the things that we do all around the world, to share money, to charity and stuff like that. I think it's really good for the world, and see how the beautiful side of the people that we are.
And of course, again, whilst safety is of paramount importance in the middle of things, we do miss the football, and I want to talk about your performances on the pitch over the course of the 2019-20 campaign. But before we do, let's cast our minds back to one of your most memorable goals this season.
Could Celtic get the breakthrough? They've been on the back foot for a lot of this game. But Christie fires it into the box. It's in the back of the net, and Christopher Jullien has scored! He scored for Celtic! He blasted into the back of the net, and Celtic have the lead in the Betfred Cup final!
And that's what champions do, not at their best, but they produce at the moment. This time Christopher Jullien in the back post, finding the target where Rangers not been able to do it. All game on the table, first attempt at goal, and there!
Christopher Jullien with the goal. The delivery was pinpoint perfect from Christie. Look what it means to the Celtic players. It's their first shot on target. It's a goal. Christopher Jullien, well, that's a finish that his fellow countrymen would be proud of. Side-footed it beyond Alan McGregor, who had absolutely no chance, and the cup holders are ahead here at Hampden after an hour. It's Celtic 1, Rangers 0.
Rangers in the League Cup final. And I know that you've spoken loads about this goal in the aftermath, but we're a few months down the line now. I take it you still reflect so fondly on it now?
Seriously, there is. I think every goal was the thing. It's every goal. If I can think about it at the moment, it was really just important, because when we talk about this now, I'm talking about the one against Hamilton. Was really really important. Which one? The one against Lazio was unbelievable too. The one for sure against Rangers was something special, because we had something at the end, and that's just remarkable, Just the first trophy that I had for my career in the club is just unbelievable, and to just give that to the team. And after, because the game was really hard too, it was definitely one of the best goal of my career for sure.
Yeah, and you spoke about the game being hard there. I think it's probably fair to say that we saw a different side to what we're mostly used to in Celtic's performance. It perhaps wasn't the prettiest of performances over the course, but as you say, when you got something at the end, no matter it doesn't matter how Celtic played over the course of the game. They got the goal, which counts,
Yeah.
and they got the trophy. And that's what we'll remember in a year's time, 2 years' time, 5 years, 10 years' time.
Yeah, at the end of the day, what you remember is the winner, who had the cup. You don't remember, I think, you will not remember about the game. You just remember about you just remember about the trophy. And like I said, the game that time, they was better than us. That day they was better than us. We didn't play well, but we had a Fraser Forster who was like at the top of his game, and we had the chance to score and after keep that result, because at the end we was 10 on the field after maybe 30 or 40 minutes. So that was a lot of time, and we did really a really good job.
And talk me through what's going through your mind when Ryan Christie's standing over that free kick out wide, because he's got such a good delivery, and you've of course brought yourself forward. You anticipate something towards you there?
Yeah, for sure. And normally me, I'm always posting at this position, and after I go back, I try to play a little bit with the outside limit and just be there, and after come back and be at the first post. But when he came at the beginning, when he just shoot the ball, I had the feeling it was really fast. So I just I remember I had the Rangers player on my side, so I push a little bit him to give me strength to attack the ball. And after, even me, when I saw it again, sometimes, because I watched it a lot of times, when I see again the goal, I'm like, wow, what a finish! Because I don't think if it happened 5 times, I would score the 5. It was really the day for us. It was a difficult finish because the ball was, like I said, really fast, and after I just had to finish. But that was memorable day, memorable goal, and just a memorable just cup,
Yeah, certainly was memorable for the fans as well, I can tell you that. We spoke to Ryan Christie for the website the week before last, and we got talking about that goal against Rangers and also against Lazio. You mentioned the Lazio game at home, and again that's Ryan Christie, which he takes the corner, which you get on the end of. You guys are kind of, in terms of important goals for Celtic this season, built up a nice relationship there.
Yeah. When I arrived, I said to him, because when I arrived before with the coach, we talked about it with the thing I can impart to the team, the thing I can have the strength to help the team, to win, if I can help the team the most that I can. And we say about these free kicks or this corner, and me, I said to Ryan, because at the beginning of the year, he told me it was him who was shooting everything. So I said to him, trust me, we're gonna have a lot of chance this year to really score goals. Me, I just need to give me good delivery. I know you have the fit for it. And I know we're gonna do something pretty, with all the mentality that we have and all the quality and all the quality that he has. I say to him, just give me the good ball and we will do something nice. And to see achieve that with him, with the team and everything is just, I'm just so happy, I'm just so happy.
Yeah, I mean, as a supporter, I would have to say that the Lazio home game was probably the best atmosphere at Celtic Park over the course of this season. Would you say that, I mean, naturally the Cluj game in the Europa League group stage was a big one, given the disappointment from the Champions League qualifiers, but I would say the Lazio one was the biggest one. So I wanted to ask, given this is your first season at Celtic, Chris, would you say that's the first time or the best atmosphere that you've experienced at Celtic Park, the first time that you fully understood how good it can be on European nights?
Yeah, for sure. For sure that game against Lazio showed me that it's true that it was count. And what the player said to me after the game, that for them it was like a Champions League mentality in the stadium. It was crazy, the people was with us until the end. And after that goal, I don't know if you rewatch the goal, after the goal, when I celebrate with Brian, I'm just on the floor and I'm just staying on the floor, and I'm like, I can realize, because I remember when it scored, the noise that I hear in my head was huge. huge, and to just give that to the stadium, to the team, and after to just celebrate after in the locker room. The atmosphere was just crazy. You know, they was just behind us since the beginning. And that was really great to enjoy.
And of course, you speak about the noise and the passion. The travelling Celtic fans that went to Rome a couple of weeks later for the Lazio win over there. I mean, that was pretty special as well.
Yeah. It was like at the beginning of the game, I was like, but it is Thursday or Saturday. It was on the Thursday on the week. So much people came, and to give them, the victory after a crazy game again. They are just behind us, and that's really great too for us, for the club, for everything, and it just shows how big the club is.
I mean, in that game in particular over there, obviously, what a remarkable result. The first competitive win on Italian soil for Celtic, another history-making victory. But Lazio started so well. In the first 15 minutes, they were so dominant. Ciro Immobile scored in the 7th minute, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah.
Obviously, Celtic came into the game and really took it to them in the second half. James Forrest scoring just before half-time. But in those first 15 minutes, do you remember how you were feeling, thinking, we're going to need to step this up, because Lazio at that point looked really up for it?
Yeah, I remember exactly, that game, and I can still, I think that it was approximately the same on the first game and the second one. It was like, was just like not stressed, was confident of what we could do. We know that they had some good players. Immobile, I think, had the best year since a long time. He scored a lot of goals all the season. And we know that we could have come back, that we had the training to do something. And it's just what happened. We just keep focus, keep believing in ourselves. And after that's what happened. But it just showed on the two games, the way and at home, that we was really focused and we really wanted something. So that was the goal, and we did achieve that.
And of course, as we said, James Forrest, a great goal to level the scoreline before half-time. And then Olivier Nchamb's goal, I mean, it was a thing of beauty. And I've watched it so many times back on the official Celtic YouTube, and you just watch the goal again and again. It gets better every time. One thing I wanted to ask you, though, Chris, was how is it from your view? You must have had a really good view from further back on the pitch, watching Olivier take it out wide and then just chip it over the goalkeeper with the Celtic fans behind him.
Wow, so crazy. I remember that there was at the end attacking a lot because they had to win. They had to win. Us, if we was doing the draw, it was not a problem for us because we were still first in the group. And they was attacking a lot because they had to win. So it was under pressure. Frazier did it again in a game. Crazy, a crazy one. And it's just like, I think if we push the ball or we kick a ball something after, so they start again to attack, but they miss a pass. And I remember I'm just staying there and I'm just like watching it on, and I'm just like, come on. And even when Oli shoot the ball, I didn't think it was in. I thought it was on the side. So he's just relieved us. We was like, I can't express it. It's just unbelievable what we feel on the moment. It was just an unbelievable moment, and I definitely can remember that moment for a long, long time.
Yeah, and as will every single Celtic fan in the world, I think, Chris. And I remember, I said this to John Kennedy last week when he was speaking on the podcast, but I remember my colleague Tony interviewed Olivier just after that game, and Olivier admitted that he'd taken a poor touch to take the ball out wide. And I just think it's amazing that, for one, you never really see Olivier Ntcham taking a bad touch, but when he does, to have the confidence to finish it that way. So even him taking a bad touch, that's not too bad going, that he can do that afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. Oli knows his strength, and everyone knows his strength. He's just unbelievable, an unbelievable technique player. We had so much in this team, with Tom, with Ryan, with Oli, with Hudson, but the touch he just made was just the perfect one, and kind of like, we was like wishing that it was going in, but in our head, if we do it again, we would be like, yeah, it's going in. for sure, because we know the quality that he is and all the player that we have. It's just it was an unbelievable goal. Trust me.
Yeah. I want to talk about your Player of the Year nomination. Voting for Celtic's Player of the Year, sponsored by DAFABet, is now open. And Chris, you're among the nominees. So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And before we dig into that a little more, let's revisit the aforementioned Lazio match winner at Paradise.
Lazio have every player back defending this corner. They know a goal now for Celtic and they'll have lost the game. It's Ryan Christie, delivers it left-footed. Could a Celtic head? It's a goal! And it's a goal for Celtic! Christopher Jullien has won the game for Neil Lennon's side. What a goal! What a header! Perfect delivery, perfect finish. Christie with a cross. Jullien, the header. Well, we spoke about it before, Simon. Do you put people on the post? Lazio didn't. The ball ends up in the back of the net, and Christopher Jullien could be the hero that's given Celtic all 3 points tonight, and he is so pleased with that.
Chris, it's goals like that. It's goals like the cup final one against Rangers. It's, of course, solid defending throughout the season as well that have landed you among the nominees for Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Given it's your first season at Celtic, you must be immensely happy to be rubbing shoulders with the nominees.
Yeah, for sure. When I saw that, I was really happy. It's just unbelievable to be just like in the talk with all the good players we did this year, because all the thing we did this year was a really good marathon. After the cup, we had the Europa League. We had a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good game. In the championship was really difficult too. Some games since January was just unbelievable. We had some quality, unbelievable. And to be just close to and talk with Brony or with Kellem, with everyone, in this selection is just unbelievable. And I just thank them, because I think it's because of them that I'm in this conversation. So I'm just really happy.
Yeah, I was saying to Lee Griffiths when he was on the podcast that there are some years at Celtic where, and the success that the club's had in the last 10 years has been incredible, but there are some years when, even when everybody's good, there's a front runner. You kind of think, no, that person is definitely likely to get it. Whereas this year, anyone in that list could get it, which I think, just doubling down on what you just said, that speaks to how good the team have been in every position this year.
Yeah, that's for sure. Me, I have, of course, I think everyone have in his head who's gonna win it, but it's difficult. It's difficult, because so many. Like I said again, there's so many games, so many good games from each of us that we did. It was just unbelievable, and I just can't wait to see who's gonna win.
Speaking back to your goals, Chris, I spoke to you pitchside for the Celtic View magazine after the match against Kilmarnock in January, the 3-1 game. Odsonne Lee and yourself scored, and we were talking pitchside about. Lennon walked by and he said to you he wanted to see double figures. Yeah, and you laughed and you said that was something that you wanted to do. Now, obviously, who knows what the future holds for the football calendar at the moment because of the uncertainty. But speaking generally, is a season at Celtic where you hit double figures something which you realistically can aim for?
I think so. I think it could have been realisable if we still, winning games, and if I still have the delivery that I had since the beginning, was unbelievable. It's just, I think it can happen. But the most important, would be to win the league for sure. Mm-hmm. After, in this kind of goal, we talked about it, like the trainer said before I arrived, and it is. I think it's possible, but we don't know what happened, so we'll see.
And just speaking to that fact of Neil Lennon kind of eavesdropping I wanted to ask, is that a reflection of Neil Lennon as a manager? Do you think that, you always appreciate success collectively and in individual players, but equally wants to continue players to keep doing better?
Yeah. Since the beginning of the year, and when I arrived, it's been just remarkable. With everyone, you just keep everyone, you just keep everyone focused on the goal that we had, for the cup, for the championship, for the Europa League. Everyone who came on the field at the moment was just ready to play the best, And I think sometimes this is the most difficult, I think, for a trainer to do is that, to keep people, really focus on everything, keep the same mentality of when sometimes he's not playing or when he's playing. And the coach is just really good for that, and the fact that we achieve all of this, it's a lot because of him.
Listen, Chris, I hope that whenever it's safe to do so, we can return to football as normal at Celtic Park and whatever it takes us in the world. But thank you so much, Chris, for joining us in the Celtic View podcast today. It's a real pleasure, and take care to you and your family, and we'll hopefully see you soon when it's safe to do so. Thank you.
Yeah, you too, my man. Thank you.
Cheers now. Bye-bye.